Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys want to see how I achieved this beautiful pink hair color, please stay tuned. It's going to be an actual walkthrough of how I achieved this hair color, and it's kind of like the do's and don'ts because I did screw up, but I still ended up with the color that I wanted to. So I'm going to have two parts to this video. It's going to be in one, but if you guys want to see in the comment box, I will put, if you guys are here to see just the dyeing process, how I achieved this hair color just alone, I'm going to put the time for where that starts. And if you're just here on how to fade your vibrant hair color, and if it's just too neon and you wanted more of like a pastel color, or you wanted to fade faster, I can show you a really easy step on how you can do that. That time will also be in the description box, in the comment box as well, if you want to check that out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.
So I'm first showing you the items that I use to dye the hair. So I'm taking my Monstar Hair extensions, which I've already made a review on. So if you want to check that out, it will be in the description box and the comment box as well if you want to check that out. So it is platinum blonde. Sadly, they didn't have any hair that had dark roots on it. So I'm going to also show you guys how to add dark roots to your hair extensions. So I'm using that, and to do the dark roots, I'm using the Nice and Easy Clariol natural black hair dye, and then I'm using this mixing bowl that I bought only for like $1 at the dollar store, and this brush, dye brush that I got from Sally's beauty supply store, and also my dirty dusty mannequin head that is taped to the sides of my head. And I'm taking some random conditioner. This is just the Theory conditioner I got from TJ Maxx, just to get it to a color and a thicker consistency. So I'm taking the Adore, using 4 bottles, 3 in the color Pink Petal, and then 1 in Cotton Candy. So I'm just showing you each of the bottles just in case you guys want to see what it looks like. And actually, I did run out of hair dye. I did dye 3 bundles, so if you have more than 3 bundles, I recommend you repeat these 4 bottles over again to get the same color that I got. So I use a ton of trash bags. I'm going to take my closure, I'm going to pin it down using some pins. This makes it so much easier for me to dye the closure's roots, and that way that the closure is not moving around, and I can actually section by section the closure. So I just follow the directions as the dye box says for the black hair dye, the box dye or whatever. And yeah, so I'm just pinning it, getting it ready. Okay, so while I'm doing that, first I'm just going to do my bundle. I only did 1 bundle with the dark roots, so literally it's going to look brown first, but don't be scared. After a while the color will settle and turn black. So just putting it onto the roots, I'm smudging it with my fingers, going all the way down. I didn't want to use the brush because the brush was causing hair to stick up and parts of the hair to turn black that I didn't want to. So really make sure that once the dye gets on the trash bag, do not get it on the other parts, and don't touch the other parts of the hair with the gloves, because I did receive some black strands in the hair, because it's really hard to not get the black on other spots of the hair. So honestly, if you can find blonde hair with dark roots, it would make your life so much easier, but I didn't have that. So here, while I'm waiting for the bundle to settle with color, I'm going to section by section color on the hair dye with the roots. You'll see me at first using the brush, but I do eventually use my fingers to smudge it because it was just so much easier. Because like I said, it caused the hair to stick up and get hair dye on places that I did not want hair dye at. So, and really do small sections. The closure is very important. You know, that's the part that everyone can see. So you want to really make sure you're doing this as neat as possible. So I'm just coloring about maybe an inch and a half or so of dark roots, and as you see here, I'm sectioning thin sections, and I take a duck clip just to keep the hairs from sticking up and keep my sections neat. And I'm just trying to get the hair dye, and it's okay if you get it on the lace. I'm telling you, whatever part you do, you just put the concealer that matches your scalp color, and you're not going to be able to see the black. So I try my best not to get the black on the lace, but it's really hard to, so you're going to get it on the lace. So yeah, I'm just going to continue doing that. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just repeating the sections over and over again. And yeah, Also, just keep in mind, also when you're doing this, whenever it gets to the part, I didn't show this part, but whenever you wash out the hair dye, do not wash it downwards. If you wash it downwards, all the hair dye is going to drip and cause your hair to be gray. The color will smudge. I mean, it's impossible not to get it anywhere else, but it's gonna be like a transition. So here I'm taking a comb and I'm combing out the places that I dyed just to make sure the color is evenly distributed, and also to give it a more like faded effect instead of it just being a blunt black root. You want it to try to look a little bit, you know, natural, like it's fading off to the color. So here I'm just taking my my bowl, squeezing all the hair colors in there. Yeah, so I take all of them in here. It looks like I took half of the cotton candy, but I do go back and put all the cotton candy in there in the bowl as well. See, as you see here, I only put half, but I eventually put all of it in there. So I used all 4 bottles to do this. And then total, I added about 5 pumps of conditioner. Really not a lot. I don't really know if it did anything. It would just kind of help soften up the hair a little bit, and also gave the hair dye a thicker consistency, which I was kind of going for. So here I am just placing the hair color onto my bundles, and this is going to be a do and don't. What I did was I let this color sit way too long in this hair bundle, causing each of my hair bundles to be a different shade of pink, which in the end I actually really liked. But if you want even hair color, try to keep time of how long you let the color sit, because even though the bottle may say it's a pastel pink color, the longer you let it sit, it's going to become really bright. And that was my mistake. I let the color sit in for a very long time in the first bundle, giving it a different shade from the other. So yeah, I'm doing the closure. I'm making sure I'm getting all the way up to the roots. The closure I did second because I really wanted the closure to really make sure that the color is sitting. And as you can see, like the roots is starting to be like a grayish and then the blonde, which was okay for me because it kind of faded off to that color, which was perfectly fine anyway. So yeah, I didn't record all the bundles, but it's self-explanatory, and I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And I wrap the trash bag in the bundle and let it sit for total maybe like 30 minutes. But what you should have is use your hands to stretch out the hair dye to really make sure you're saturating it everywhere. So here are my hair color results. The closure was the perfect shade that I wanted to be, and so as the bundle with the black dark roots. But this hair bundle, I feel like, no, this one was okay. I was happy with that hair color, but the first hair bundle was so neon. It's not really picking up as well on the camera, but it was very neon.
Okay guys, so this is the hair results of the hair. This is definitely not pastel pink whatsoever. I actually, if you saw like in the when I was coloring the hair as the results, I got 3 different shades of pink. So this is with Under the Light. It's more of like a dark fuchsia magenta. I don't even know my color. It's just a really bright neon pink in the inside, and then you have like a really pretty dusty rose pink right here. This was the pink that I was going for, like a dusty rose pink. Then you have like the hot pink, especially in the inside. This one is really hot pink. So I want to tone it to be all this color. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take Head and Shoulders, which is a really strong shampoo, and it really gets the colors to fade. So I kind of don't feel like waiting to wash, like doing after washes, because it is a wig, so I don't really plan on washing it too many times, as often as your real hair. So I'm going to take the Head and Shoulders. I bought 3 trial size shampoos because the big one is $8 and this I paid $4, which is half the price. And then baking soda. I watched a couple reviews on that. These 2 help fade hair color. So let's get started.
Okay, so once again, I'm taking my mixing bowl, the brush, and I'm going to take 3 Head and Shoulders. Is it Classic? The original one. So taking 3 of those. I think I only added 2 in the beginning, but I did end up putting all 3 bottles in the bowl. And then I bought the baking soda. There's no really actual amount or tutorial on how much you're supposed to put in there. I just kind of imagined it as bleach, and I kind of put it till it was like a very thick paste. That's kind of what I was going for. So whenever it became like a really thick paste, I just put that onto the hair. So here I'm adding the 3rd bottle, and yeah, I just keep adding the baking powder, baking soda. And once I started putting the hair color in there, I only did the last bundle because that was the neon bundle that I didn't like. So I'm applying it like I'm applying bleach to the hair. So yeah, so I'm just working in sections, and then I eventually start pouring it onto the hair to really make sure that it's completely saturated in the product. And I do scrub the hair just to really make sure that I'm fading the hair color as much as possible. And I didn't show in the clip, but I do fill up the mixing bowl with whatever leftover product that it has left in that bowl, and I start really scrubbing the hair inside that watery, soapy product, and I let it sit in there for about 40 minutes, and then I rinse the hair and still scrub it while you're doing it, so you're fading the hair color, and you'll see a lot of the hair color come out into the sink. So once again, this is the color. This is the color after fading it. It's under the sunlight. Very pretty. It's like a rosy pink, and this was exactly the shade I was going for. Once again, let me show you the before and after. This was before. It was this neon pink. Like, look at the difference in color. This one is much more of like a neutral wearable pink compared to this neon, like cosplay type color. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful on how you can fade your hair color. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in my next video.